Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this mountain weather update. My first stop, live radar, some thunderstorms popping up this afternoon. As expected, there's an extra surge of moisture over the top of the Intermountain West today, really providing extra fuel for these. But you can see a couple of storms here coming out of southern Idaho, headed towards Utah. There's not a ton happening over the Wasatch right now, but I'll tell you where we've got some action here is across the Front Range of Colorado, building over the high mountains, foothills, and then breaking loose, and then sweeping out over Denver and I-25. These are strong, on the verge of becoming severe. There's one severe storm right there on the south side of the Denver metro area, north side of Colorado Springs. All this action's heading off towards the east, up north. Storm coming off Cameron Pass with a lot of lightning. Yeah, I mean, this time of the year, the lightning becomes the biggest weather killer. Lightning, June, July, especially July and August, these afternoon storms. But moving forward, I've got storms in my forecast for every afternoon, pretty much every single day now through the end of May. So this will become a very common feature. Let me take you up to the top and show you what this looks like from the Continental Divide. A basin, 13,000 feet. It is actually snowing up there. You can see the snowflakes in the camera. You're looking back towards the west-southwest. So these storms build over the high mountains and still cold enough to see snow up there right now. I mean, once we get into June, July, August, most days will be too warm to see any snow, but seeing some there high up right now, again, that's Arapahoe Basin. All right, let me show you what we're going to be talking about here. So there's wildfire smoke coming, and there's like 100 to 150 wildfires in like British Columbia, northern Alberta, sending smoke down into the lower 48. So we'll take a look at where that's headed, the afternoon thunderstorm pattern, which we just discussed. And because of the super soaker storm we had last week, 510 to 512, that actually wiped out the drought over the Denver metro area. We had record rains, and it wiped out the drought. So we'll look at all that in this update. All right, let me take you back. And I wrote about it this morning. So on my blog, wildfire smoke inbound, Denver drought, afternoon thunderstorm pattern. Take a look. So the wildfire smoke aspect of this, and let me just take you into Twitter first. Out of Bismarck, the Weather Service showing you some video right here. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Chris_Tomer. And there it is. I mean, you've got smoky skies over Bismarck. All of the smoke is headed to the south. You can see the forecast there across North America, where all that smoke is coming from, out of Alberta and BC, and it's all dropping down through Montana. Let me show you the high res, and I'll actually take this full so you can see this. This is the forecast, vertically integrated smoke for tomorrow on Friday, 5/19. So the smoke is pretty heavy in Montana, Idaho. It's definitely noticeable, low to moderate in Wyoming, northern Utah, low to moderate intensity, or the air quality will suffer in parts of northern and northeast Colorado. Visibility, low air quality through Nebraska, Kansas, and so on. So you get the idea. And this will wash to the south. But luckily at the same time, shower storms in my forecast every single afternoon, so that'll help to wash out some of the smoke from the atmosphere each afternoon. So, you know, if this happened in, late summer and fall, which is more typical, you'd have less rain to wash this out of the air, and it would stick around and be much more problematic. But that's what I'm expecting as far as the smoke forecast for the next couple of days. And then this is really, really something. The Denver drought is gone. I put together a slider right here. So this was the drought index from May 9th, so about a week ago. Here's what it is today. It's amazing. The amount of rain that we had just wiped it out. So there you go. In some cases, it wiped out a moderate to severe drought over parts of the eastern plains of Colorado. Look at that. That is awesome. Let's also talk about the snowmelt. That's happening in full force right now. It's in high gear. In fact, around the clock melting across the west in the mountainous environments. Look at the Wasatch freezing levels. Look at them on, so we've got today, we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look at these freezing levels. 14, 14.3 in the afternoon. At night, 13.9. That's around the clock melting in all of the Wasatch Range. Central Colorado mountains, high snow levels, lots of melting going on, 14.3 for a couple of days straight. Teton Range, high snow levels, look at this, 521, 14.1 and 13.5. So around the clock melting of the Tetons, pretty interesting. So that's going to send a lot of water into the streams and the rivers. On top of it, the moisture surge we're seeing happen today is pushing precipitable water values up to about 200% of normal in some cases. Southern Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, southern Utah, a lot of extra moisture in the atmosphere. And this is going to kind of move around in the atmosphere over the next 7 days. There may be another surge like this coming next week. So very interesting. In fact, here's the forecast pattern. So this is 527, the jet stream. Let me take this full so you can see it. There's a little jet energy, in fact, sliding through Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico. The door is wide open with southerly winds. So all this extra moisture potentially, again next week, there could be a surge fueling a heavier round of afternoon rain and storms. But each day I'm thinking we're going to see rain and storms pop up over the mountain environments pretty much every afternoon. And forecast timing, let me take this full so you can see this. Forecast radar satellite by Friday, a little bit of leftover moisture, Colorado, New Mexico, afternoon showers, storms in those places again. And then on Saturday, a couple of afternoon showers and storms. That'll be the case on Sunday afternoon, and again on Monday afternoon. You can see the flashes of green, and again on Tuesday afternoon. There it is, Tuesday. You can see the showers and storms popping up a little bit more pronounced right there. We may have a little bit of a surge happening next week. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this mountain weather update. Always appreciate you tuning in here, and take care.